hope this moment finds you in wonderful health and a truly peaceful spirit. Welcome back to Green Home Living. Today, we're stepping across the threshold to explore the soulful potential of our backyards. Join us as we create a beautiful outdoor living area with a rustic garden patio. We're going to show you how the right textures, the warmth of reclaimed brick, and the silvered grain of old timber can turn a simple patch of earth into a permanent invitation to rest. Imagine stepping onto a surface that feels like it has been part of the earth for centuries. Reclaimed bricks, with their varied shades of deep ochre, burnt orange, and soot gray, provide a foundation that is rich in history. Each brick carries the story of a previous life, and when laid in a classic herringbone or basket weave pattern, they create a tapestry underfoot. In a rustic garden, this flooring acts as a warm anchor, absorbing the heat of the day and releasing it slowly as the sun sets, making the patio feel grounded and incredibly welcoming. A pergola is more than just a structure. It is the ceiling of your outdoor room. Imagine heavy, rough-hewn beams of cedar or oak, silvered by the weather, stretching across the patio to frame the blue sky. As the sun moves, the timber casts a rhythmic dance of shadows across the floor. It provides a sense of enclosure without blocking the breeze. Over time, as the wood develops a deep patina, it becomes the perfect skeleton for climbing vines to latch onto, turning a functional frame into a living, breathing canopy. There is a primal, magnetic pull to a fire. Imagine a low, circular fire pit built from irregular fieldstones, sitting at the heart of your patio. It becomes the hearth of the garden, a destination where people naturally gather as the evening air cools. The rugged texture of the stone provides a beautiful contrast to the dancing orange flames. It's a place for roasting marshmallows, sharing stories, and watching the embers fade into the starlight, grounding the outdoor living area in a sense of community and warmth. To truly turn a patio into a living room, we must bring the comfort of the indoors out. Imagine a large, hand-woven jute or sisal rug layered over the cool flagstone. The natural fibers provide a soft, organic texture that feels wonderful under bare feet. It defines the seating area, making the space feel finished and cozy. The neutral, earthy tones of the rug act as a bridge between the structured furniture and the wild greenery of the surrounding garden, adding a layer of domestic softness to the rustic landscape. Sometimes, the most beautiful part of a patio is the smallest. Imagine a quiet corner tucked away behind a lilac bush, featuring a rusted iron bistro set with a simple marble top. It's a space designed for a single cup of coffee and a book in the early morning light. The delicate, scrolling lines of the vintage iron bring a touch of European nostalgia to the garden. It proves that you don't need a sprawling deck to create a sense of escape. You only need a quiet spot and a piece of furniture with soul. As the sun dips below the horizon, the patio undergoes a magical transformation. Imagine strands of warm Edison bulbs draped casually from the pergola or the branches of a nearby tree. The soft, amber glow mimics the light of 1,000 fireflies, blurring the edges of the garden and making the space feel intimate and protected. It's a simple addition that turns a daytime seating area into an enchanted evening sanctuary, where the light is soft enough to see the stars but bright enough to see the smiles of friends. Privacy in a rustic garden should never feel like a barrier. Imagine a simple wooden trellis or wire frame acting as a living wall, completely covered in the lush green leaves and fragrant blooms of climbing roses. As the vines weave through the structure, they create a dense, vertical meadow that shields the patio from view while still allowing the breeze to pass through. The scent of the flowers fills the air, turning a functional privacy screen into a sensory masterpiece that changes with the seasons. There is an effortless, breathable quality to woven furniture. Imagine deep-seated wicker armchairs with thick linen cushions, arranged in a semicircle on the patio. The honey tones of the rattan complement the natural greens of the yard, creating a look that is both light and sturdy. Woven textures bring a sense of handmade craftsmanship to the outdoor room, offering a seat that feels as flexible and organic as the garden itself. It's the ultimate expression of relaxed, rustic comfort. A garden should be a symphony for all the senses. Imagine a small, humble fountain carved from a single piece of granite, where water trickles gently over the stone into a bed of river rocks. The rhythmic sound of the water acts as a white noise for the soul, muffling the sounds of the distant world and creating a private auditory sanctuary. It brings a cooling, liquid element to the dry textures of the patio, making even the hottest summer afternoon feel fresh and restorative. The center of any home is the table, and the outdoor room is no different. Imagine a long, heavy table made from reclaimed barnwood, its surface marked by the knots and grains of its former life. It sits proudly on the patio, ready for platters of garden-grown vegetables and the clinking of glasses. The rugged, unpolished beauty of the wood invites guests to lean in and stay a while. It's a place where the domestic ritual of sharing a meal is elevated by the open sky and the surrounding greenery. Instead of a fence, imagine a shimmering border of tall, ornamental grasses like miscanthus or featherweed grass swaying at the edge of the patio. In the late summer, these grasses reach their full height, creating a soft, translucent screen that moves with the wind. They provide a sense of seclusion that feels wild and unforced. The way the sunlight catches the feathery plumes in the late afternoon adds a dynamic, golden layer to the landscape, proving that the best boundaries are the ones that grow. The ultimate luxury in an outdoor living area is a place to completely surrender to rest. Imagine a wide, low daybed tucked into a shady corner of the patio, piled high with weather-resistant pillows and a light cotton throw. It's a destination for an afternoon nap or a lazy Sunday session of cloud watching. Surrounded by the scent of lavender and the humming of bees, this napping nook turns the garden into a true sanctuary for the body as well as the eyes. To give a rustic patio a sense of groundedness, we often look to the strength of metal. Imagine a collection of oversized sink planters or a heavy cast iron fire tool set leaning against a stone wall. The matte, cool grays of the metal provide a sophisticated anchor for the soft textures of the plants and wood. These industrial accents carry a utility that feels honest and hardworking, adding a layer of structural interest that makes the garden feel well-established and timeless. Our journey through these sun-drenched retreats and weathered textures concludes, but the feeling of the outdoor hearth stays with us. In the world of green home living, we find that a patio is where our stories truly begin. Thank you for spending these quiet moments with us today. May your garden be a source of joy for your spirit and a quiet haven for your heart. Stay well, stay inspired, and we'll see you in the next story.